Okay, here we are again, and I'm really sorry about that. I think it has something to do with the way I set it up to begin with, so I will have to learn more about that, I guess, and before I do that again. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a second here and see if people find me again. There you are. So welcome back. I'm so sorry. All right, so we're going to score this 8.5 by 11 paper at 4 1/4 on the 8.5 side. And then we're going to turn it to the 11-inch side and score it at 5 1/2. Okay. So this is what it looks like on the other side. I'm thinking I want this side coming up. Okay, so we've got our score marks there, and I think what I will go ahead and do is just reinforce those with my bone folder. My phone's not going dark this time, so hopefully we are good. I don't know what that was about. All right. So you have options when making this card. First of all, you kind of need to decide which side of the paper you want showing more. Both sides are going to show. I want this side of my paper showing more, I think. So because this is going to be, let's see, this one's going to go over. This one, okay, well, we'll just go with this. And we'll see how it ends up turning out. So you have it scored, and now we are going to cut on this one score line just to the center score line there. So I'm going to put it back in my trimmer, and I'm going to turn it to the side here. I'm going to get it lined up with that score line right in the trough of the paper cutter here. And then I'm going to not touch the paper and move it again. I'm going to set the reason why I have it turned sideways is so that I can make sure I'm seeing where the other score line is and get my blade lined up. So there it is. And I keep moving my paper. Let me get it at that 4 1/4 mark. Yeah, I keep moving my paper. We don't want that to happen for sure. And you can always cut your paper with scissors if you want to instead of doing it this way. I think I'm good. Oh, now why did that happen? Darn, that's weird. Okay, well, let's just do this again. Let me get another piece of paper. I think I'll go with this one instead. I don't know why that did that. My blade is sharp. Okay, so I need to trim this down to 8.5 by 11. See, it's cutting just fine, so I'm not sure what happened. I must have, sure it was my fault. Okay, there's 8.5. Okay, let's score again. 4 1/4. And I will turn this and we'll score at 5.5. I think we're good this time. Okay. So we've scored it in the middle both ways, and then we've cut this one over here on the left side. So now down here in the right corner, you can go over here and measure 3 inches in and put a little tick mark if you want. I just kind of eyeball it. The thing that you want to do, and let me go ahead and get my score lines reinforced here. I'm going to turn it over because I want more of the other side of this paper showing. Okay. So the thing that you want to do is when we're going to pull this up and crease it, you just want to make sure that this edge here is running straight with that score line there, as straight as possible. So like I said, you can measure over 3 inches and put your little tick mark there if you want, but I just kind of eyeball. And so you're going to give that a crease. So we're going to be working in opposite corners here. So now this corner here, I'm going to turn my paper and I'm pulling this corner all the way up, but I don't want to go over that score line. You're going to bring it just to the score line. So you're going to actually leave just a very tiny sliver there, so that when you're folding, that paper's not going to crease on itself. So you're going to leave it just ever so slightly a little bit of room. Okay, so now the first fold you're going to make to create your pocket is this one. It's going to go over this way. And so you're going to be putting adhesive here. But before I do that, I want to kind of tell you the options that you can have here. So I'm going to sort of bring this all together and show you the pockets. What did I do? Oh, well, I've done something wrong. This one was in the, well, I've done something wrong. You know, it all started with having to come on and do the video 2 times. All right. The short fold needs to be in the top corner over here, and the full fold needs to be in the bottom. So what I can do is I'll just redo my folds. So I might have a crease where I don't want it, but that's all right. This paper is so busy that it's probably not going to show anyway. All right. Because I know I totally have you confused now, so let me just make my folds and then I'll make it right. Okay. So we have our 8.5 by 11, we have our cut there. The top left is the one that you're going to do the short fold. I'm just going to call it the short fold on, the one where you're going to measure over 3 inches if you want to, and make your tick mark and do your fold. And then the bottom right is the one that's going to go all the way up. Okay, and then this one's going to go over, and we'll be putting adhesive there. This one's going to come up. That creates your second pocket, and then this one's going to fold behind. Now we might need to trim a little bit off there, and I think I did on my first one, but really kind of just try to get your everything lined up and reinforce your score lines. And it didn't help that I didn't have my creases right the first time. But here's the options, okay? So we're gonna undo this. If you want to, instead of folding that to the inside, you can fold it this way. And then this one's coming up, you could leave that like that. Or you can also fold this one out like that. So then you would have that sort of look. And of course, depending on whatever patterned paper you use, hi Carol, it's going to look different. So I'm going to go ahead and leave mine turned in. So there we have that. And let's get this one. So now the other choice you have, and what I like to do, is I like to have my 2 pockets here, and then I like to have this be a card that opens, and I will put a piece of white in here. The other thing you can do is you can put adhesive on the bottom and up the side here, which will create a pocket in there, so you would actually have 3 pockets, this one, and then this one here. And you could always take a circle punch and cut you a little thumb notch there so people would see that that's a pocket. Then you would have room there to put maybe flower seeds in there, or a full-size like Hershey bar or something, and a gift card in here, and then a note, your other little card. We're going to make inserts to go in here. So you have lots of options when it comes to making this card, and just don't make my mistakes. So I'm going to start and tell you again how it's going to be. 8.5 by 11, you're going to score both ways in half, okay? The top left corner, you're going to go over, and at about the 3-inch mark right there, you're going to fold it with this edge being perpendicular to your score line. And the bottom right then is going to come all the way up just to the score line. Then this one goes over, this one goes up, and this one goes back. All right, let me do my adhesive here. So I like to put adhesive on the flap that's going to be going to the inside, because that way it just helps for things not to catch on it for whatever you slide inside, just so that it doesn't catch quite as bad as if it were loose inside there. So I don't really need to put adhesive along the bottom of that, because that other piece of paper is going to be coming up and creating a bottom there, so you don't really need to put adhesive there. Okay, so let me get, I've got that extra score line in there so I can feel it and it confuses me. Let me see, I can't see it because this paper's dark. I can feel it. There we go, I think that's good. Okay, so then this is going to go up. And now because I want to have this come around and be a card that opens, I need to put adhesive along here. You want to make sure you put it on this one and not over here, because if you put it over here, you're not going to be able to open your card. So you're just going to put it along inside there. Oops, and I need a little bit right here. And then this will go around to the bottom, and then you can see I need to trim just a little bit off there. Just a sliver. There we go. So there is the card. Now let me bring in my other parts and pieces here. And I don't know, we'll see how this is going to work out because I had my colors cut to go with that other piece of paper that I messed up. That's going to go on the inside there, and then I've got layers here for tags that are going to go in these pockets. So let me stick them in here and just see. Those colors do not look good because I'm not seeing that color in the paper. So I just need to grab another piece. And I think this one would be really pretty. So let me look on the back of the paper. See, I had cut that yellow because I was going to use this one that ripped when I tried to cut it. So that is why I had that. And that was Bumblebee. So we're going to go with that color. And what have we got here? There is Petal Pink and Terracotta Tile. So I think we will go with Terracotta Tile. And hopefully I have a piece of that. I think I do. Let me see how much I can get cut out of that. So I need a piece that is 2.5 by 4.5. Right. And then this one, where's my ruler, is 2.5 by 5. Oops, that's the scoring blade. 2.5 by 5. Oh, I like these colors together. That's going to be really pretty. And then I'll keep this out here for my die cutting. It's all going to work out in the end. All right, so let's do some stamping. I want to make, I think I'm going to do an ice cream cone on the front of here. Now I did not use this set on my sample card, so I am just doing this as we go. Sorry about all the scrunching from the paper here. I'm going to need the cone. I am going to need the little hash marks for the cone. And I'm going to need the ice cream. And I think that's all we need right now. Okay, this is my inside piece. So I just need all right, let's make an ice cream cone. So I am going to use, I think I'm going to use cinnamon cider. Let's see. That looks pretty good. So I want to stamp off and then stamp the cone. All right. And then here are the little hash mark things because this is going to be a waffle cone, my favorite. There we go. And now I have the punch. We'll go ahead and punch this out. I need to stick it in there the right way. So there's our cone. Now the ice cream goes in that way. All right, what flavor of ice cream do we want? Well, I think we should make a terracotta tile, so let's see what that looks like full strength. Ooh, yummy. Like maybe strawberry or something. These stamps are the self-shading ones too, which I love. Okay, let's cut this ice cream out. Looks like I'm gonna have to trim a little off the side. And now, maybe we'll go with, let me see what the other purple color is, if it's Purple Posy. I like the lighter color, Purple Posy. Well, we'll have to do Highland Heather, and we can stamp off one time with that as well. And I better clean this off. We don't want terracotta tile mixed in with purple. That would not be good. Well, I don't think we need to even stamp off. That looks pretty good. Now let me bring the card back in because I want to see here. I'm thinking we could even do one more. We could make this a triple layer ice cream cone. Thinking. What flavor do we want on the top? What flavor? I have pulled out Blackberry Bliss. Let me see. I'll be cutting off my handle here, but there we go. I can still get it out. There it is. Okay, let me get my card out of the way here because knowing me and the day that the way this started out, I could just be ruining things. All right, so we are going to make our ice cream cone like that. Yummy. Okay. Time to glue. So I'm just going to use a little liquid Tombow here, and I'm going to make an ice cream cone. So we have a scoop of blackberry. And we have a scoop of strawberry. And we have a scoop of lavender, vanilla, mint. Lavender, vanilla, mint. I'm thinking that in real life, that would probably be yummy. Lavender, vanilla, mint. Okay. So this is going to be the focal point on the front of our card, except we're going to have an oval behind it there. So I'm thinking that we need this because this is what's going to be behind our inside pieces. See, I'm already getting ink over there, so I need to get that out of the way. And let me put this out of the way. So I don't know though. Maybe I want to do Blackberry Bliss behind it. I just like that better. So I'm going to be cutting an oval with the layering ovals framelits, and guess what? These are going away, you guys. So if you want some fabulous oval dies, make sure you get in and order them before they are all gone. I can't believe that these are going away. They are not going to be in the annual catalog. Okay, so the layering ovals have straight edges and scalloped edges. And I'm just trying to decide what size I want behind that ice cream cone. I kind of like that. So let's do that. So I am just going to cut a piece here. I am making a gigantic mess on my desk. All right, and I'm just going to hold that in place with a piece of Post-it tape, and I will cut this out and be right back. Okay, so I think that's going to be cute. And also what I think is, where's my stamps? Here they are. I think we need some sprinkles. Sprinkles. Oh, that commercial. Sprinkles. I love that commercial. Okay. Chocolata, chocolata. Okay. Sprinkles. All right. Let's do Blackberry Bliss sprinkles. Oh, good, Megan. I'm glad that I picked the right color. Sprinkles. I would definitely taste it too. Lavender, vanilla, mint. If you've ever seen that movie, It's Complicated, I love that movie. I've watched it umpteen times. In that movie, Meryl Streep, she makes some kind of lavender something ice cream. And I always think that it sounded so good. All right, so there is that, and I'm thinking we need some ribbon. Now this suite has a Blackberry Bliss ribbon. I'm just not sure I want to do Blackberry. We've got so much Blackberry Bliss going on already. I'm thinking I'm going to use the polka dot tool. I think that would be kind of cute with the ice cream theme. So I think I'm going to go with that. So let me put a little bit of adhesive on the back of this to catch the edges of the ribbon. Like I said, I did not use my card that I played with when I decided I wanted to do this for my video today. I did not make my sample using this suite, so I am just winging it, and you guys are along with me. Okay, so this is going to go there, and then I will make a bow. So let me make the bow. This isn't wanting to pull out. There we go. So I feel really silly, but I did not realize that this weekend was Easter. And I guess that's because I am not planning anything. Our oven blew. And we have a new oven, our oven is built in. We have a new one on order, and it's not going to be here until the end of next month. So I can't, I mean, I've got a countertop oven, you know, one of those roasting ovens that I can use. I did cook with it over the weekend. I put a pork loin in it and a big giant sweet potato that we shared. And it was fine. I ended up having to put the sweet potato in the microwave to finish it because the pork loin was done and the sweet potato was not. But it's not, I mean, I wouldn't use it to make like a whole meal. I mean, for like something like Easter. So yeah, so I don't have anything planned. And with the virus and stuff, we haven't been doing get-togethers like that anyway, so I just didn't realize that this weekend was Easter. And I was like, what? This weekend's Easter? I had to actually look at the calendar. Oops. All right, so let's, do I want to pop that? Yeah. Let's pop this up. Your oven blew too? Oh my word. It scared me so bad, Megan. So what had happened is I was making breakfast. It was not this is Tuesday. It was not this last weekend. It was the weekend before. And I was making bacon and eggs and stuff. And so I started with the bacon, which I always do, and then I turned the oven on warm, and I just put that into the bacon in there to keep warm while I'm cooking the eggs and everything. And my husband was in taking a shower, and so I was at that point. I had put the bacon in the oven, and I was looking for something in the cabinets that are below and above the oven. And I had looked in the underneath cabinet and didn't find what I was looking for. So I was just reached up to look into the top cabinet, and this horrific noise started going off, which turned out to be the electrical, you know, it was sparking or whatever, and it was so loud, and I thought, what is that? And I looked down and I could see fire in the oven. And I just couldn't figure out what was going on because I only had it on warm. It wasn't turned up hot enough to cause anything like that. And of course the noise, that's mostly what I couldn't figure out. I'm like right there by the sink, and my instinct was, because fire, I'm thinking I need to get water. And then, you know, it's like a gazillion things were running through my head. It's like, no, that's not right. And I had opened the oven door, and when I did, of course, smoke came out, and I saw all this fire. And I thought, oh my word, please don't let my house burn down. Should I call the fire department? My husband's in the shower. I mean, these were just the random things that were going through my head. And so I had enough wits to, I didn't leave the door open to the oven, and I had enough sense to turn the oven off. And then I waited a second, and I opened up the oven door again to look in, and I could see then that there was this large, like, ball of glowing red in the back corner where the element goes around the corner. And I think when I shut the oven off, the buzzing, that bad buzzing kind of quit, if I remember right. And I'm just going to attach this bow with some glue dots. And anyway, once it was all settled and my husband came out of the shower, and I'm sitting there because it really shook me up. And I said, we had something really, we, as me and the dogs and the cat, I said, we had something really scary happen. And he's like, what? And I told him what happened and the noise and all. And so, yeah, that element cracked. I mean, it just cracked. I don't know if the same thing happened with yours. And it literally ended up breaking, a total break in the element. Okay, I think that looks kind of cute with the bow. And so yeah, we had been talking about getting a new oven anyway because ours was really old and the clock didn't work, so therefore the self-cleaning thing didn't work on it either. And so that's what we did. We went to Home Depot, which is not, it's about an hour away from where we live, and we had to order it because of the size, and they just don't carry that stuff in stock. And yeah, end of April. Okay, so I had got that out to cut for behind the ice cream cone, but I like this better. All right, so now we need to stamp our little tags. And let me bring the stamps back in. I think I want to do popsicles on one. The igniter went out. Okay, gas stove. Do gas stoves have, no, they don't have an element like the electric stove, so that would be very different. It's been a long time since I had a gas oven. But what's really cool about this new one that we're getting is, and I don't know, I may have had a new, if I've ever had a new oven, it was like really a long time ago, and I think we might have gotten a whole new stove, you know, with the stove top and the oven, so a whole new range. And that's been a really long time ago, so this will be my only new oven that's just an oven. And the element is under the floor of the oven, so it's not even exposed. And so the guy was saying that when you clean the oven, really all you have to do is wipe it out, and it's got the self-cleaning feature, but all you have to do is just basically wipe it out if something spills. And you only need to use the self-cleaning part if, you know, if it really were to get really dirty. And I don't usually ever cook stuff in my oven to make it really dirty like that, so I was excited about that. Okay, so the big tag's going in the back. I wanted, since we have ice cream cones right on the front, I'm gonna do popsicles, or a popsicle. Maybe just one popsicle on this one. Okay, so let's do a popsicle. Let's do the Highland Heather, I think. So the popsicle is in 2 halves. And the darker portion, I'm going to do it kind of angled here. The bottom half is going to be darker. So I'll stamp that up full strength. And the top half, where'd my little piece, up here it is. I'm going to stamp off once and we'll make the top half. You need to line it up here, so let me try to get over the top. There we go. It's a little bit lighter. Cute. Okay. And I need the popsicle stick. Okay, we're going to do cinnamon cider for the popsicle stick. So I'm going to ink it up once and stamp off. And there is that. And then this is the wood grain. Cute. I'm cleaning these as I go because I'm not sure what I will use on the second tag, and either way I either need to re-stamp them or pull them off the blocks so I can use the blocks. Okay, so, oh, I keep getting in there to get the stamps and I have them over here. So I think I'm going to do the You're So Cool. And let's pull out terracotta tile. You're so cool. And I can take that off because we won't be reusing that. And I think I'm going to get these fun little dots out. And maybe the drip. Let me put the stick stuff back away. And let's put a drip, just because that will be cute. So what did I use? Highland Heather. We can't have our popsicle dripping a different color than it is. That wouldn't be right. There we go. Cute. Thank you, Megan. Yeah, that was scary. And I'm a big wuss anyway, but yeah. All right, let's put those dots around for the fun of it. And I guess I'll do Blackberry Bliss. Okay, you're so cool. I think that needs to be Wink of Stella'd up because it needs to look icy. So after all that talk of fixing breakfast and everything, guess what I'm making for dinner tonight? Breakfast! Bacon and eggs and an English muffin. But I won't be warming the bacon in the oven, obviously. So if it needs to be rewarmed after I cook it, it's just going to have to go in the microwave for a few seconds, I guess. Okay, I realize you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm putting a bunch of sparkle on here to make that look frosty. And I better put it on the little drips too. I think I need to squeeze a little bit more out. There we go. So we'll tilt that. Not sure if it's going to catch the sparkle, but it's there. Okay, so that one being the short one is going to go here in the front. That's why I angled the You're So Cool, because I wanted it to kind of go along with the angle of the pockets. All right, now we've got another tag here, or bookmark, or whatever you want these to be. So I'm thinking maybe another ice cream cone. We won't be punching this one out though. I love making the cone. I don't know why. There's just something about it. It's just fun. Okay. I feel like I have to stick to these colors. I love that. I don't know that I love that. I think I'll go over the top of it with Blackberry Bliss because I don't like that. I don't like how it layered up. All right. And let's see. I think what we will do, instead of putting sprinkles on the ice cream cone, we will put sprinkles on this one in the background. And I will do a mix. So we'll do Highland Heather, and maybe we'll just have the sprinkles coming down. Sprinkles. And terracotta tile. And we'll just go ahead and put some on the ice cream, why not? There we go. So we've got You're So Cool, Hope It's Sweet, or maybe we should do Treat Yourself, You Melt My Heart. I'm going to do Happy Birthday on the inside. You're so cool. Let's do Treat Yourself. Then that would be really cute, especially if a gift card got stuck in one of the pockets along with the little bookmarky thing. Thinking. Treat yourself. Cute. Okay. And I probably should Wink of Stella up that ice cream too, maybe. Of course, well, No, I think I won't. Just the popsicle. Okay, let's get this attached to the card here. Now you could always put little tassels on the tops of these if you wanted to, which would be super cute, especially so the recipient could use them as a bookmark like that. Sprinkles. Okay. So now for the inside, we are going to put that happy birthday. It's a big happy birthday. I like it. Happy birthday. I'm trying to decide what I want to do it with. I'm going to go with the Blackberry Bliss. I just like that. And I will show you the card that I made yesterday too. Completely different. Very different theme than this one has. Happy birthday. All right, we need to put a little doodah across the bottom. Doodah. So I'm just going to cut this a little bit. Well, we'll see if it was just enough, but I'm going to do 4 1/4. Let me line this up. I don't want it quite that wide. I think it needs a little bling on the front too. I'm going to get out some rhinestones. So I hope I didn't confuse you all too terribly much in the beginning. I certainly confused myself. But this card is really fun and easy to make, and having all the choices of how you want to turn your flaps and everything just makes it fun. There we go. Love it. Now you could also put a little something over here, or if you wanted to include a gift card and you didn't want to slip it in one of those pockets, you could also create just a little pocket in here to put yourself a gift card there too. I love all of the design paper going on there, and that looks really cute, and I think it would be pretty with some bling on it. So let me just grab some real quick. I just want the clear ones because it has enough color going on already. But I don't think we need to add any more color. And let's put one right there. Oopsie. Well, I guess we're going to have one up there because that's where it landed, and that's fine. And I just want one over on the card somewhere, right here. Oh, I'm happy with it after all of that shenanigans. I think it turned out okay. I think we're good. All right, let's get this straightened out. So there we go. You're so cool. And then we've got this one with the ice cream, treat yourself. And happy birthday. All right, let me bring in the one I made yesterday. This is with the, I think it's Seaside Notions, I believe is that set. And guess what? I used the same paper from the ice cream suite. It's just a different piece, but actually that is the ice cream suite paper. And I just stamped up that cute seahorse, and I hope you can catch a glimpse of the sparkle because I really sparkled. I'm not seeing it show up. It's so hard to catch sparkle on there, but he's all glittered up. And then this one says, here's to you. And this one says, with gratitude. And I just, I actually did some masking. I masked the sand actually, and then stamped the sand dollars. And I just colored it all up with my alcohol markers, my blends. And then the bling on this one is retired bling that I have in my stash. Oh, and I put a little bit of twine, and that was a thicker twine that I separated, so I stuck that behind the oval there. And then inside, this is obviously a thank you card. So very fun card to create. And if you have any questions, please message me and I will be happy to help you with it. Hi, Leah. Thank you. Yeah, I had to restart this video and it was just a mess in the beginning, but it all worked out in the end. So thanks for joining me, you guys. I will be on live on my Facebook channel on Friday at 2 o'clock. If you'd like to do some shopping, and right now is a great time to go shop that get it before it's gone sale. That's not what they're calling it, but that's what I'm calling it, because they are selling off everything that is retiring out of the annual catalog, and some of it is with great discounts. So go check that out. And there's the address to my online store. I'm in between host codes right now, but I will have another one on April 1st. The new catalog will go live on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And prior to that, when my new stuff comes in, I will be playing with that and I can show you the products. I just can't show you the inside of the catalog until it goes live. So there you have that. Anyway, thanks for joining me, you guys, like I said, and I will see you next time. And I hope you have a great week in between. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.